Okay. Of the Okay, fine. Now let me share my screen. So guys, can you hear me? Are you with me? Guys, can you hear me? I want to be sure if you guys can hear me, so I will be 100% sure of that. Guys, can you hear me? Let me check. Can you hear me, guys? Can you hear me? Let me make it bigger so that we can see. Can we hear me? If you can hear me, let me know. Let me know at your on your chat. Okay, welcome back. Can we all hear me? Please. Okay, fine, beautiful. You can hear me. Let me know, please. I want to. You see my screen? Actually, I share the screen. I share the screen. Can you see? Good. That's beautiful. Okay. I want to hold on for actually join us. I want to hold on for others to join us so that we can be on the same page. Fine, beautiful. Now I think I did a screenshot of the other time. Let me quickly check. Let me check the questions so that we should adapt. Okay. Okay, I think let me check. Okay, I want us to actually join us so that we can actually understand some basic thing. Somebody was asking the other time. Somebody said, which part of the chart can we actually use basically to determine the type of analysis done? And I said that I showed us in the last class. I said that let me give us some examples. Let me see. Let me show us some examples. I said, okay, for a pivot chart, we have column chart. If you can hear me, let me know. Now for column chart, we do volume chart basically I use for vertical bars showing data comparison, comparing values across categories. Then in bar chart, so we have horizontal bars for comparing data. You get comparing items with long labels, bar chart with long labels. So when you have a long label, you use bar chart for that one for long labels. Then when we have bar chart, you use it for like it's like a slicer basically, and then you use the slicer for a very short when you have few categories. I said the other time. Then for line chart for showing trends over time, area chart to emphasize other stuffs like that. So let me quickly go into other people's questions so that we can call it a day today. Fine. We all can hear me fine. Then somebody actually asked a question. The person said in the first part of the class, I guess the network was a little bit bad, so we couldn't answer the question. So let me answer the question. The person said, "That's Joy." Joy asked that There's a data set she saw, and the years was 2015, 2019, 2019, 2021, and then they have 2021, 201x. Now it's replacing the x 20x with the year that occurs most best the approach. I mean the mode. Now some year two we are still blank. Okay, I would love to see the data set actually. Joy, if you can send it to me, that would be nice. But let me tell you something. When it comes to this 2015, 2016, this is talking about month and time. So if it's talking about month and time, you cannot use mode for this one. You have to actually get your details from where you got the data set. But having it as X can be simply means 2015. That X can be two, it can mean so two things, probably 2010, or they may actually have they might actually tell you, or 2020, depending, because X is 10, so it can be 20 plus 10, that's 2020, you get. But I need to get the data set to actually get the exact year. That's why I said when you are doing your analysis, you have to understand the year. What is your aim and objective? What is it talking about? Okay, that's the aim and objective. I'm 100% sure there'll be a detail about okay, the number of years between this and this. So you can actually use that one to check the exact year you actually want. To check the exact year you actually want. You get. So please, I need to get that data set so that we know the exact one for data set. So okay, now let's have other questions. Let me check from send it to me on WhatsApp. You can send data set to me on WhatsApp, the aim and objective. You can send it to me on WhatsApp. Joy, you can send it to me on WhatsApp. Although everybody, we are still going to do other aspect, probably your capstone projects where you have to, you can send it to me on WhatsApp. Okay, please, if you have any other question, please you can ask your question. You can ask your question, please. You can ask your question. Now, I think some people actually asked some question the other time. Please, you can retype it here. Let me see. Let me check if I can. I'm trying to check. I'm trying to check. Okay, please, can we type other questions, please? Let me check. I want to check our formal chat. I think. Okay. Okoye is asking. He asked that can we? He said, how do we sort the month so that we can find something like month with birthdays? How do you sort the month to get sorting is how would I explain it? Sorting is when you actually when you when you have your chart being done, you right click. Okay, let me show you. Let me click on my Excel. Let me show you. So you can sort. There's check the tutorial I sent, the video I sent. If you check the video I sent, you can actually see where I edited the sorting, because you need to what you just do that you right click on your column. When you right click on your column, you see sort A to Z, A to Z. You see sort. When you right click, you see sort. You see filter, you see sort. You can just right click from A to Z, then It will show you from there. Right click, then show you from there. Okay. Let me try and show us how we can do that. Let me see. I have to share the Excel file so that we can see it. Okay. Okay, let me share. I'm going to share something to us so that we can see from here. But it's not our data set. I just have to handle the latest data set that is very close to me. So I'm going to stop. Let me stop sharing this one. Let me stop sharing this one. Then let me share this. Okay, let me see. Screen, everybody. Can we see my screen? If you can see my screen, let me hear else, please. If you can see my screen, let me hear. Let's type yes sir, so that I'll be sure that you can see my screen. Please, I want to be sure. I want to teach us something. Okay, Joy, nice, good. Who again? Who again? Who is with me? Okay, Jessica, nice. Jessica, what's up? How you doing? It's good to see you. Good. Joy, fine, beautiful. So we can see my screen like that. So quickly, I want to show us something. I want to show us something. Let me use my phone to check. Now, let me quickly show us something. Few minutes. Let me use my phone to. I want to be on live with you guys. Okay, fine. Beautiful, fine. I like this. Okay, fine. Okay. Okay, fine. Um, for this basically, now you are saying that you want to create something like sorting of the best sales. Now let's quickly play around. Let me see this sheet. Okay. It's a plus for you guys to be in class today, actually. Let's do. No, I told her that okay, fine. If you want to do, you want to create your pivot chart or table. You can actually click. You can highlight anything you want to highlight. Highlight like that. I'll be very fast with this. Control Shift side, Control Shift down. Then we have insert pivot table. So let's see. But let me go to chart straight off. Let me, so because of the person that actually asked for chart, let's go to chart, pivot chart. Okay, let's do pivot chart and table so that we can all see. Okay, let me use new, add this to this model so that I will not repeat myself. Then press OK. Ooh, why is it loading? So why is it slow? So Joy, I'm coming back to your question. Why is it so slow like that? Okay, fine. We are here. Now we have, look at this now. Everybody, you can see this. Now, if you look at this now, when I highlighted that one, we have it here on your right hand side. On the right hand side of the class, you get. Now the right hand side of the table, you have your name, you have your age. Now I want to show us something. Now someone will say, how are you going to sort it? Now let's say we have your name, you want to show. Let's check the data set. Let me change this one to pivot chart. Pivot chart. Let me check the data. What variable should we do? Let's do let's do age, country, favorite. Okay, let's do department and salary. Let's do department and salary. I'm going to do department and country too, or department and you get, so I can sort that. Okay, let's go to the pivot chart. Now, so when you click on this one, you know that I taught us in the last class, I said that we are going to have, let's do department, then let's check their salary. Can you see that? Department and salary. Now, did you see that? Now, somebody's asking that how can we sort it? Like, look at this one, and this one is scattered. Although this data set like this, I need to format it because it's not nice to me. Let me quickly play around. This one now, let's change this one to currency, data formatting, put it in the right format. Data formatting, I don't want it to be 0. Let's play with dollars. Let's make it dollars. That's 7 million. Let's make it dollars like that. Can we see it very well like that? Okay, fine. Now this is what I did is this one at this end is your pivot table. This is your pivot chart. You understand? So now you can now do your sorting like this. Now I want to explain how we are going to sort it. If you are with me, you can press your probably like button. If I'm still with you, press your like button or you can chat. I'm with you, sir. I want to be sure. Please, I want to be sure of that. Please, please, please. Good, beautiful. So that I will not just be explaining and then beautiful, fine. Good. I like that. I like that energy. Now, let me continue with this. Now, somebody's saying that okay, fine. I want to sort it. Look at this one now. Look at this. For me, basically, we have engineering, finance, HR, IT, marketing, sales, support. Engineer now. Look at all these ones like this. Now, I've formatted it in such a way that I have my dollar here. Let me see if this one is in text. In general, let me put it in text like that. You know, I just opened that one. I just opened it like I just opened the data sets. I think it's one of the stuff like that. So let's quickly play around then. Let me teach us something. Let me delete this one. So I will make it nice. Um the format or the design. Okay, fine. Are you with me, guys? I deleted that one. Then I will remove this one. I will remove this sum of summary and then this one, the buttons. I don't really like that button. Feed button. Let's see. Axis. I remove the axis. Then let's see. Good. Now, if you look at this now, I'm trying to get um. Let me undo that one. I'm trying to work on the department per salary, right? So let's rename this one. Department per salary. Department by salary. Or let's do it like this. Okay, because of that sorting question, let's do the highest paid department or department with the highest pay. Highest paid department. As I said, Most of the time, analysis is it. You need critical thinking so that you understand. Department is spelled D-P. Okay, department. So let me just. I like it when it's nice, bold. Why is B department? You get now. Look at this one now. Then we have all this one here. I like it like I like when my labels are not at the side, when they are at the top. But let's just leave it like this first. You get? Let's just leave it like this first. Then now, he's saying that look at it now. Let me explain the sorting before we now do few editing of the chart. If you look at this chart, you found out that we have engineering, finance, HR, IT, marketing, sales, support. Everything is scattered. But if you now want to sort it, you want it to be. Can we all hear me? Can we all hear me? I guess the network is balanced now. Can we see my screen? I want to do the sorting, so I need to wait for you guys so that. Are you with me? Are you guys with me? Please, can you? I need you guys. Okay, are you guys with me? Can you see my screen? Can you all see my screen? Okay, let me share the screen again. Let me share the screen again so that we can see. Okay, are we on the same page now? Can we see now? I've reshared the screen. Can we see the screen now? Good. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. You can see my screen. Beautiful. That's nice. So good, good. Sorry, I don't know what's up. Something came up with the breaking of the system like that. The network. Okay, fine. Let me quickly go back to what I was doing. Okay, fine, beautiful. Now somebody was asking that. Okay, fine. How are we going to sort it? Fine. For example, now if you look at this chart, you find out that support has the highest salary, while followed by I think marketing, then like that. So you want to sort it. So what you do is that if you have um your data table already, what you just do is just very simple. I don't know if some of you have a system, so you just look at it, then you can just try it with probably any of the data set. Now I highlighted this one. After highlighting it, I highlighted that sum of summary. After highlighting it, you right click. When you right click, you go there, you see salt. You see salt there. I don't know why it's not doing. Okay, fine. It's not showing it. Wait, let me hold on. Let me do it again. Probably because of. Let me refresh. I'm coming. Okay. Let me highlight everything so that we can see. Or let's use these responses for the filter. Okay, fine. Let's go to salt. Okay, fine. You go to your sort from this end. That one is not showing the responses well. You go to your sort from this end. Then you go to more sort option. Note, if you are sorting from A to Z alphabetically, you click that sort. Now A to Z. Now if you are sorting for Z to A, did you see that there's a change in your chart? You click on that filter line. Look at it, sort A to Z. Now that sort A to Z means from alphabetically A to Z. So it's going to arrange it E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L alphabetically. Fine. If it's from Z to A, you want to sort it. You get um from Z to A. But this one, we are not doing that. It's still not arranged. We want to sort it in such a way that we have the highest salary. So we go to more sort option. Then you now go to manual ascending by, what are you sorting it with? We are not sorting it by department. We are sorting it by the sum of salary. So you change that one to sum of salary. Now note this, the reason why I could edit that one from A to Z is because I actually made it as text. For the sum of salaries, if you are doing ascending and descending, if you have formatted it to be number or numeric, you can actually change it very fast. So you have it as sum of salary. So when you have your sum of salary like that, sum of salary ascending, sum of salary, meaning as it's going up. But if you want it as descending too, you can do it. So if you press your OK, you see ascending. Ascending means gradually going upward. So it's going from finance to engineering to IT to sales to HR to marketing to support. Meaning that we have sorted this from the lowest to the highest. But if you want it to your own to be from the highest to the lowest, you can go back to your sorting, then you go to your descending from A to by sum of salary. Then you press OK. When you press OK, it will change. Support, marketing, HR, sales, IT, engineering, and finance. I don't know who asked that question. Have I answered your question when you are using your chart for your sorting? If you are still with me, just press I'm with you. If you understand, please, you can actually give me a comment. Let me get your comment. Let me get your comment. If you are with me, if you actually understand what I did, let me get your comment. So please let me hear your comment. I need to so that we can go. Did you understand, Jessica? Did you get what I did? The sorting. Okay, fine. Okay, Consola, did you get this? So I did the sorting like that. Okay, fine. Adeshola, that's nice. So now for me, basically, you can actually leave it like this if you want to do your analysis and all like that. In your next video, in your next video, why is it not casting? What's wrong? So okay, fine. In your next video, basically, so in your next video, you are going to get the understanding of wireframing, then dashboard and all like that. Okoye is asking, I understand, but how do we filter to only to show the highest? I said it that time now to the highest, show the highest salary. The highest salary now. What is the highest salary here? You see that the support here now is what? On support. Is support now. So that you see. I don't know if you can see it. So the highest salary is support for everything. So in your now, if you are not writing your report, you tell them that the highest paid department is support with $3,500,000. That's how you do it. But sometimes, if you okay, fine. The reason why you're using this comparison is because you want to actually show other departments. You want to show that department. But sometimes, if you want to do your storytelling, basically you want to do uh if you want to do probably if you have a lot of categories, if you want to do top 5, top 10, you can do that one too. Top 5, top 10. You can do top 10 depending on This is beautiful. Why it's showing on your own side, not showing on my screen? Depending on what you actually want, you get. So now, do we have any other question? Do we have any other question? Do we have anybody with any other question, please? Do you have anybody with any other question? Do we have any other question? Now, sometimes like that, let me teach you something. Let's assume that you have a lot of variable, and then you want to list your top three, top five, top 10. Probably you have a lot of department, like 13 departments. You can't put 13 departments on your chart. It's not possible for you to put 13 departments on your chart. So what you do is that you can't do the 13 departments on your chart. What you do is that you can actually filter it. Let me cast it again. Okay. Joy, stop sharing. I did not stop sharing the screen. Why is it not showing on your own? It's showing on my own dashboard though. Okay, let's do it like this. Let me stop. Let me do it again. Okay. Somebody's asking your own question. Let me see. Let me see. My own. Joy, which what's your question? Joy, what's your own question? Please can read that now. Okay, let me see. I think you should be back. Let me quickly show us how you can solve. So Joy, write type your questions like that. Okay, that one I explained the other time. Let me quickly explain this one. So I'll come back to. I will explain that again. No mistake. I don't get that. I don't get that. Okay. Joy, I don't get the no mistake that you said though. Okay. Wrong questions. Let me retype. Okay, yeah now. Yeah, retype. Retype the question. So as she's retyping her question, let me quickly explain this other part where we can do um your sorting. Like now, let's assume that you are told to look for the top 10, and then we have categories where you have close to 13, close to 15 categories, and then you are told that okay, fine, we need the first top three, we need the top five, we need top three, top two, and all like that. What you are going to do for me is that you right click under your table. Now, the reason why I'm using the table is because you can use the chart too, but I'm using the table because normally when anything you reflect on your table, you actually come back to your chart. You understand? So when you click on that one, you go to um, label filter or value. You go to value filter. This label filter, you can use it to do your, if it's less than equals to, if it's greater than, that one is conditional statement like that. Then okay, now let's go to top 10. Let's go. Now top 10. Now look at this. You click on that top 10. If you click on that top 10, it will tell you okay, if you have variables like that that are much, you can actually say okay, this one you can change this place. You can see the top 10, you see it. Top 10, you can change it to top 5, you can change it to top 9, you can change it to top 3. Now for this one, let's change it to top 3 so that we see top 3. Let's say top three. Now, the items is saying either it is in percentage or in sum or anything. So that one is dependent on what you want to do actually. But let's use the item like that. By what? Sum of the salary. What are we considering? Is it the sum of age or sum of salary or something like that? It's bringing a suggestion. So sum of salary. If I press OK now, you will notice something will change. After pressing OK, what did you notice? Did you see that? How many of you did you see that? You see that I have my top three. So we have it like that's like a conditional formatting, like support, marketing, HR, or not like that. That's that on that. Yeah, I think some people actually reach out to me asking me a few questions about getting to get the advanced aspect of this class. Now, if you want to get the advanced, just chat me up on WhatsApp. We'll talk about how you are going to get the advanced aspect for this class. We have a lot of things you have to do in analysis like that. That is beyond this curriculum is basically beginners class. You understand? So we are sticking to beginners class. You get. So in other classes we'll be doing in the other classes we'll be doing SQ and all. That one's going to be basically on introduction into the part of the class. You understand? Because it is deep. You cannot just learn it just in a day like that. So if you need an extra class like that and all like that, you can actually reach out to me. So we discuss that. Um, that's based on request. Some of you actually requested, so I need to reply to that. Now that's that on that. Let me quickly answer Joy's question. Then after answering Joy's question, I will go back. I want to do few editing on this chat. Then you give me your comment. Then we leave for today. I think we have spent a lot of time. Then I'll give us the few instructions for the other class. Let me try and type. In case of missing values, can we replace with none or undisclosed? Now, you can replace. I will advise you not to replace. You can replace with none, but I will advise. Okay, non-disclosed to is allowed. You can use null. You can use not disclosed. You can use other. But please, Joy, when you are doing your analysis, make sure you understand data set. See, the data set will determine the kind of word you will use. You understand? Some it can be blank, basically, and you can replace with um mean or mode. So if the data set implies that the person doesn't want to disclose his or her identity, you can use non-disclosed, but it might actually be flagged basically if it's on the sales. So you can just say order no name, depending on the sector actually. So you can use undisclosed to depend on your sector you're working with. So your questions, I want to know this kind of sector. Is it finance sector? Is it health? You understand? Because if it's health now, some people might not want to disclose their name, and you're working on experimental research like that. So the experimental research you are doing, basically, you might not want to disclose their name. You get categories based like occupation, country. Yes, occupation and country. Now, for example, now if you have somebody that actually did not disclose his or her own country, you understand? You can put non disclosed based on your research. You get. Now, some people like that might you know that some people like that they might not want to disclose some things like that based on your analysis. So if your aim and objective for that analysis is going to is showing that okay fine, you want to work on okay, you are saying finance, you are working on the finance and you don't want to disclose your country, you can actually put undisclosed based on your analysis. So when you are now doing your chart or your dashboard, if you put it undisclosed there, you can count that okay, the number of people that did not disclose their country or their occupations are like this. But most of the times in occupation, you not have undisclosed in occupation. You might actually have no country and things like that, depending on the analysis. Joy, if you are working on an analysis like that, probably on finance, let me see. You can chat me up, let me see, so that I can understand this, the aim and objective, and tell you the exact recommended um replacement you can use, so that the reason why I'm very careful of things like this is because when it comes to analysis, I don't like people to be biased. You have to understand what you are doing, check your aim and objective, know what you want to do, then you replace it like that. When it comes to data formatting, I was teaching some people yesterday. I said that when you're formatting anything, when it comes to numbers, when it comes to numbers like this, you can put them in currency. But when it comes to numbers for dates and age, you can't put them in currency. You have to put them in numbers. So if you can't put your age in numbers, you are wrong. But the two are numeric. So you have to understand things like that. Let me see the aim and objective. You are just practicing. Okay, no problem. It's fine. Don't worry. I'm going to give us a project, a mini project where everybody we are going to work on your capstone project, and it's going to be something thick like that, like that. At least that will be what you will use before your certification. So that's what I will use for your certification you get. So apart from this Excel, we do other things. Now, do you have any other question? Now let me give us what, because of time. Let me tell us what we are going to do. Now, where we stop in the last class, everybody, you are going to send your chart to me. Like I told us that we should finish up our chart, like the chart for your pivot table. Everybody send your chart with your name to me. I'm going to write it on the group too. Send your chart with your name. Screenshot your work and send your chart. Now I'll tell the admin if we don't have enough people that actually have the chart. Although we're going to upload the video actually, but I want to know, although it's going to be your score, it's going to be part of your assessment. I want to know the number of people that are with us before we go into the wireframing and all that. You get. So that's that with that. So if you have any other question, you can reach out to me. If you need extra class, you can reach out to me. Please, everybody, screenshot your own chart and send it. Screenshot your own chart and send it. For this one, I'll prefer that I don't have my my label chart here. So I will not have data label. If you see what I did, I just label it straight. I remove that one. Then I don't want grade lines. Let me just leave grade. Grade is still nice. Maybe like because it's just one. Then let me see. I'm just trying to play around so that I can get. Okay, so can we make now the reason why we don't make this stuff network issue? That's why we actually did it in the form of video. So it is if it's video, when you watch it and you can pause. If you are not done, you can do it again. You understand? So that people can submit their assignment. That's why we did it like that. You understand? Some people might not be available for Saturday classes. I know people like that that told me that yeah, they're having exams today that they will not be online. So you get, so we have to be careful, we have to carry everybody along. That is why we actually did it that way. Be careful, we have to carry everybody along. That is why we actually did it that way. That's why we actually did it that way. I guess it's the network. Your stuff should come up again now. I actually wanted to show us how, yes, this live, you can watch it after the class. Yes, the first section and the second section too. You can watch it after the class. It's fine. It's going to be live, like live, like that. So I want to quickly do something different. I don't know if I don't know if you can actually get this one. Okay, give me a few minutes. Can you see my screen? Can we all see my screen now? I want to edit that one so that we can actually leave for the class. Please, everybody. Okay, someone is saying screenshot. We can't see your screen. Okay, hold on. I guess it's the network. Oh, okay, as Okay, okay, okay. Let me stop sharing. Let me share it again. Hold on. I can see it. I'm using my phone to actually check it. It should come. It should come up now.